the Stanley Cup final. What's the thought process right now? How you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, it's the time of year you want to be playing hockey. So now it's a matter of regrouping, refocusing, re-energizing, and getting ready to go again. It's no different. From the start of the year, 31 teams go home unhappy. So we're trying to be the last one and the one team that's happy at the end.
How hungry were you to get back in the lineup? You've missed such little time over your career here.
Yeah, it's nice to get back in before like a break like this. So certainly feel some confidence getting into the game, and now it's nice you got to take advantage of these days and stay ready, stay focused, and get back at it.
What did it feel like after Roddy's goal and suddenly you're wiped the slate clean? It's 2-2 even game again.
Yeah, it's huge. This building, we know it. This team, they're going to come out hot. Well, for 10 minutes or have that block throughout it. Happen to be at the start. Sometimes you're going to defend it and they're going to get nothing, and sometimes they're going to get a few. It's just the way it goes. So obviously like their composure, and we really get back at it after after the break and have a good start to the second.
How big was the penalty kill tonight, especially that final one with 3 minutes left?
Massive, obviously. Important moments of the game, came up big, and it starts with Bobby.
The celebration after the game, it just seemed like a regular season win. How much is that proof that you guys have been here before and that you feel that your job isn't complete?
For sure. That's definitely an experience. Like I said, it doesn't change anything. There's still one team that's happy at the end of this thing, so we're well aware of that. We've gone through both sides of it. So it's you got to enjoy this. You got to enjoy every game. You got to enjoy every win and every series win. But we know there's a tremendous amount of work left out there.
Sam, what was it like for you to watch the last two games, especially Game 4, just to kind of seeing how that one went?
It's not easy. Like you said, certainly not something I'm used to in my career, being out and watching. It's even harder when it's a playoff game. It's a little less nerve-wracking when you've got the skates on. There's no question about that. But it's motivating to see the guys compete, and it makes me want to get back in the lineup that much more.
And obviously, this is just happening, but have you been able to kind of like let it sink in, just what you guys are accomplishing, making it to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals?
You have to. But we're not getting ahead of ourselves. Like I said, we've been on both sides of it, so we know there's a lot more work to do, and but I think you have to enjoy every moment along the way, and that's what we're doing.
I know you guys are never surprised by what he does, but the work that Barkey put in on Carter's goal there, just what can you say about that?
It's pretty incredible. I think I chipped the puck, and probably 20 seconds later, he's got the puck in the crease and taking it to the net. So he's one of the best in the world at that, if not the best. And uses his body. He's got so much strength. So big players make big plays at the biggest moments when you need them. And he's certainly the leader of this team, and needed him big tonight.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you. 3 straight trips to the Stanley Cup Finals. What can you say about that accomplishment?
Yeah, it's definitely good steps. It's a privilege to be in this position. We appreciate that and we value that. But again, the most important step is ahead of us. It's going to be a good challenge.
What was the feeling like going on the penalty kill there with 3 minutes left? Just the confidence in the group to hold on.
Yeah, we have done it so many times, and we had the confidence that we're gonna do it this time as well. So again, guys compete. Guys were hard. There was like in the second period there was also lots of power plays for them. So the guys were strong and they keep them on our outside. So it's a solid performance by us. And again, the Carolina played great tonight too. They are a good team. So it's we beat a really good team.
What's the emotion after this Eastern Conference final win compared to the previous 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate and we value where we're at right now, but again, we know that's the most important step is ahead of us.
What did you see on the Jarvis goal in the third?
He made a good play. There was a broken play, the pucks bounced, and he made a smart play.
How about just that Carter just continues to score these just huge goals for you? That's third series clinching goal for you guys.
Yeah, he's amazing. He got his shot is amazing, and he knows the how to score and when to score. You know, it's fun to be around him.
You're very low key with obviously reset, refocus. You keep everything chill, but the way that the team celebrated tonight, clearly they've been there before and there was a goal in mind. Do you feel like maybe you guys are all just kind of very relaxed at this point and focused on your goal?
Yeah, again, it's not easy to do. To be 3 times in a row in the Stanley Cup final. It's not easy to do. It's a big achievement for us. But again, it's the biggest step is ahead of us, and we're all excited about that.
On that, on the rest, how valuable is it getting it done in 5 games to maybe buy you guys a little bit more time to recharge here?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we try to win every game, but it is what it is. They're also a good team, and it's great that we won tonight and move on.
From your vantage point, what do you think turned it around for you guys in the second period?
I mean, we just stuck to our game. We stuck to our plan. We play our game, play strong one moment at a time, and chip it away. So score 1, 2, 3, and we still stuck to our game.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
What can you say about this accomplishment tonight?
Yeah, it was a hell of a game, I think. They get a lead early on. I don't think we necessarily played that bad in the first, but they came with a heavy push, which we expected, and we felt like if we just got one in the second, that we'd have a good chance of coming back in this game. And yeah, great job closing it up.
And on your goal, how much did that feel just like wiping the slate clean? Like you said, you guys were down, but then suddenly 2-2.
Yeah, it was a hell of a play by Benny. Chucky even before that getting it to me, and I thought from that goal on we took over, and just a solid road game from start to finish. Happy to close it up. Attaboy, Schmidt.
I remember in 1996. I know you don't. When this team won the Eastern Conference in Pittsburgh, and sticks were flying, gloves going, everybody's going crazy. This was like a regular season when the way you celebrated and just went up to Bob. Is that proof that this is old hat for you guys and the job's not done?
Yeah. I think going into this year, we kind of knew what the goal was, right? So, it's an accomplishment, winning the conference, but I think we all knew from day one what the goal was, and that's to win a Stanley Cup. And we got 4 more to go, and I think that's more the mentality that every guy in this room has.
Carter keeps doing this game winner, series clinchers. What can you say about how he comes up and
Yeah, just clutch gene, huh? Big goals at big times. It's kind of who he is. He can be, quieter for a game, and all it takes is one shot for him. And he had, a couple great looks on the power play, a handful of minutes before that, and then gets a great look, great play by Barkey, and it seems like in those moments he always kind of finds a way to put it in the back of the net.
Where does that move by Barkov rank in ones you've seen up close?
Yeah, that was nice, huh? It speaks to who he is as a person. He's so even keeled, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, and just when games get intense and very emotional, he's able to play his game and just do the right things over and over again, and then his talent just shines. And just a great play, patience, puck protection, and the vision to kind of fend off a couple guys and find Swaggy on the back door is just all world, all class.
When you guys go down 2-0 in the first, a lot of teams might roll over at that point, but you guys come out, score 2 in 30 seconds. Just what's it about this team that you guys find those special moments and certain small gaps of time just to turn around a game?
Yeah, I think it's from experience. I think it started before I even got here, them going to the finals 2 years ago, and there's just a sense of composure, I think, within our group, and I don't think we necessarily played bad in the first. They came out with a heavy punch, and for the most part, I thought we did a good job of containing them. They get the first goal's just a flub puck, and the second goal's through legs, through a screen that finds its way in the back of the net. But I think the message in between the periods was just that if we got one, we felt pretty good that we had a good chance of coming back, and there was no stress. The room wasn't quiet. It was, get one and see where this takes us. And I think once we got that first one, it was a lot of belief on our bench.
Obviously, there's a bigger goal in mind here, but do you allow yourself to kind of take it in as a team, just what you guys are doing that's kind of rare, going to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals?
Yeah, I think so. It's a big accomplishment. But I think that we all know what we really want, right? So, it's everyone's, happy. We're happy for the group, but we'll, refocus tomorrow, reset, and start prepping for the finals.
The penalty kill, especially that last one that led to 6-on-4. You guys were just great on the penalty kill. What did you see from from your guys? In that moment?
Yeah, I thought they snapped it around today actually pretty good, and I thought we kind of held our own, held the slot, let Bobby see a lot of pucks, and if we do that, it's usually a good thing, and he usually makes a save. So, I thought we were hard on pucks. We were tough on them, and then when they got their looks, Bobby was there to bail us out. All right, thanks guys. Have a great.
Switch there in the second period. In your opinion, kind of what changed and what kind of got the momentum going for you guys?
Alexander Barkov got us going. Looks good over there. He actually did. Our power play, he made a great pinch on the wall, kept the puck in, and then the guys went to work from there. They did a great job getting puck to the net, and then obviously Chucky got a stick on it. So that was huge for us, and then we just kind of, we carried on that momentum, and so it was good. We got to our game. We knew after the first period that we knew they were going to come out the way they did, and we knew all it took was one shot to get us back in it, and we just had that belief, and it was great that we were able to pull it out.
When you joined this team for a shot like this, what personally was it like to be heading back to the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, it's exciting. You hope that you get to this point, and obviously we have a great team, and we've played well so far. So, we got to the point where we want to be, but we haven't accomplished anything yet.
The comfort level of just being here tonight, the building was rocking, you guys were down 2-0, and you guys seemed very comfortable, and obviously you were able to pull off the comeback.
Yeah, we're comfortable in these situations. The guys in this room have been here in many different situations and been up and down, and when you've been through it before and you've gone all the way, you see the different way that momentum swings can happen throughout a game and how you can take advantage of that. And we knew again that it was one shot that could be the difference and get us back in it, and we did a great job at again playing off the momentum and continuing to build off it, and even when they got that goal in the third. It didn't phase us at all. We just kept pushing and kept going back, and we had a couple of really good opportunities before we even scored. So it's just that the belief in the room that we can come back in any situation.
You've seen.
You got one? No. Okay.
You've seen Carter score clutch goals from the other side. I mean, just what is it about this guy that just continues to?
Yeah,
to score
thanks for
big goals?
twisting that knife. Yeah, he's one of those guys. He knows where to go on the ice to make himself dangerous every shift, and he just doesn't seem like pressure gets to him at all, or the moment in the game. And he's an incredible shooter. He's a shot first guy, and when you have that mentality, you put more pucks in that, more opportunity you're going to get, and he just buries it head and shoots it as hard as he can every time he's in that slot. And he reads really well off Barkey. I mean, you saw the play; he was behind the net, and Barkey, and he popped into that little hole that he needed to give himself an opportunity. And that's what all the really good goal scorers do. They're able to find that little space on the ice, and all they need is a foot or two, and they can make something happen. And he has that mindset where he knows how to get open, and a great, incredible shot too.
Obviously, that the job isn't done. I mean, not a huge celebration on the ice. How does this team seem to be focused on getting to the
Yeah, obviously very focused, and you could just see the guys have been here before, and we're excited that we got through the round, but that's where it stops. There's obviously the toughest team that we're going to face is coming up next, and if you don't do the job there, again, you didn't win anything. So yeah, we're excited, but it's just like any other round. There's a huge job to do moving forward, and we have to prepare for that now.
First for Chucky, obviously there's a bigger goal in mind for this group, but just how much can you appreciate this accomplishment, 3 straight trips to the final, obviously rarefied air for you guys?
Yeah, it's hard to do. You very rarely see it. Very proud of the group. I think I gotta give a lot of credit to the new guys, whether they've been here for the whole year or a bit of the year. I don't. This is nothing against the guys that aren't here, but we needed that fresh blood and that fresh energy, and the guys that are fresh and hungry. We're hungry coming back, obviously, but you get those new guys that help put you over the edge to get to this point right now. So got to give them a lot of credit. We wouldn't be here without them, and we got one more job to do.
Left side, front row.
Yeah, Matthew and Carter. The way you guys celebrated, that looked like game 43 in a regular season. There was no throwing the sticks, no high five. It was just a normal celebration. Is that proof that this is just something that you expected and that you have bigger aspirations ahead here?
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Just reacted how I reacted, and we did. I don't know. I think it was different than a few years ago. I remember a few years ago, it felt like such an accomplishment from where we were at one point. I know we talked about it last year. It's part of the journey, and same way with this year. And it's all business, and we've got a bigger goal in mind.
Right side, third row.
This is for Carter. I was wondering if you could kind of walk us through your goal and the play that Barkov made to kind of keep the puck alive and get it to you on that other side.
Yeah, Barkey is so strong on the puck, and Rhino made a good play at the blue line to get the puck to Barkey there, and I kind of let him do his thing. He took on one guy and then two guys, and then gave the puck to me with a pretty open net. So he was an unbelievable play by Barkey at a critical time.
Left side, front row.
Carter, Evan Rodriguez was talking to us about the fact that after the first period, the mindset was just get one, and then just see what happens. It just seems like that's always the case with this team. You get one, and all of a sudden you're getting three.
Yeah, I think we definitely get some momentum off once we get the first one, and it's kind of been our mindset throughout the playoffs. I think every game we're just building, trying to get one. We're not trying to open up our game or play a different way than our style. And guys made great plays at critical moments, and Roddy got his first one, which is nice. And
front right.
Yeah, Matthew touched on it. Carter, could you talk too about the emotion of this night compared to the first time 2 years ago and the second time last year? Yeah, we were just joking that next year we're going to wear helmets if we make it for the end. But it's so emotional getting to this point in the season, and we've had so many great contributions from everyone, but the first year it was definitely a big accomplishment, but we just try and build our game every year, and it was a lot different this year. We kind of have a different goal in mind.
Back left.
Matthew, the guy to your left, another series clinching goal. So what can you say about Carter's performance in the clutch?
Yeah, it was obviously a great goal, and their line there was, switched up the lines at the start, and each line was able to get one there, but it seems like he's always in the right spot, and it was a great play by both his line mates to start, and then obviously he has the nose for the right areas and a great shot. It wasn't as easy of a shot as it maybe looked. It's off left foot, going backwards and putting it top shelf. So great goal, huge goal, and Eastern Conference winning goal. So pretty big deal there.
We'll take a few more for the guys. Left side, second row.
Matthew, you talked about the emotion of making, each trip to the Stanley Cup final. How much more prepared are you to play in a Stanley Cup final again this year versus the last 2 years after having won it? Yeah, we're going to be very prepared. We know how it was really different. 2 years ago it was so new to us. We had a lot of tons. I think we had 10 or 11 days off, which this year if we had it, we would be so much different. I think because of it. It was almost like 2 years ago we needed to play, and ride that wave 2 days later. But, obviously with over the course of 3 years, you get a little bit more banged up, and so you need your rest there. But then again, you can, use this to our advantage. So whenever we start, we will be very prepared. Whoever we play will be very prepared for them. And it's not our first rodeo with this. So we're
we're looking forward to the journey of getting there, and then, you know, ultimately in the series, it's time of our lives. So you might as well enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you probably shouldn't be here. So we're gonna enjoy every minute of it.
Right side, second row.
Carter, it's hard to win on the road in the playoffs. You guys have 8 already this postseason. What is it about the way that you guys play that's worked so well on the road this postseason?
I think we have a simple game on the road. Our mindset is just play as simple as we can, put pucks deep, get on their D, and forecheck, which is our strength. So I think that's kind of, we have a simpler mindset going into road games. And home games, I mean, we got to get better at home, but it's nice battling with the boys on the road, being at the hotel. We built some chemistry, and yeah, I think it's just a simpler mindset.
Last question, left side, front row.
Just for Matthew, obviously, to kick off the comeback, your goal on the power play, their penalty kill had been so locked in for a couple games now. Just what did it mean to not only break through in the moment, break through against that PK with how hot it was?
Yeah, their penalty kill was doing a great job of getting in shot lanes and blocking passes and getting clears when they needed to. Weren't giving us second opportunities, and yeah, to get the goal started was all Barkey. I mean, failed clear by them because of the pressure Barkey put on. Made a great play to Rhino, and then everybody got a touch on it before was able to go in. So I think that goal showed, you know, what happened previous to the actual goal was kind of the story of our comeback. You know, putting simple hard pressure on them and having them turn it over and us being able to capitalize on it. So. Yeah, I think that's a very underrated part with that goal was what Barkey was able to do, and yeah, ended up getting rewarded for it. So got the ball rolling for us.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks.
Paul, obviously, you've been in the league a long time. You know how hard it is to accomplish something like this, 3 straight trips to the final. Guys, obviously treating it very business-like, but how much can you let yourself just enjoy what you've accomplished thus far?
So we'll enjoy the game. I'll enjoy the game tonight, just the specific game, because it was clearly not easy, and there were ups and downs, and the emotions and the stage of it. I'll enjoy that tonight. The bigger picture has changed, maybe a little bit for our team. The first time, and you fight to get to the final. It's just such a big deal, and then when you do it a couple of times, you understand that, you know, that you're 3/4 of the way through, and there's lots more that has to happen. So, but we enjoy that one tonight. It was all the elements that make our sport great. They're all over us, like all over us, and we're serving up pizzas, and we don't look like we should have made the playoffs, and then the next thing you know, we look pretty good, right? Those are two. I think Carolina is an exceptionally well-coached team, systematically and identity-wise. So, yeah, we get to enjoy it tonight.
Left side, front row.
Yeah, Paul, you made the switch with putting Evan with, you switch Evan and Carter,
Yep.
but they both score huge goals.
Right.
So as a coach, how gratifying is that when it works, and what made you make the changes?
Yeah, that's not brand new for me. Like I said, I didn't come up with that. Like, for 3 years, during the regular season, I would switch the left winger with Verhaeghe and whoever it was. It was Nick Cousins for a while. I mean, we've had a whole bunch of different guys that it was. And it worked. And then this year it never worked, not once. But tonight it was more of a statement of their match. So you understood that, Aho came out against Bennett for the most part in the first 3, and then into 4. It wasn't great for us, and then it was Aho on Barkov, so that the match then was Stahl on Bennett, and in which case it's more of a grinding line, and I needed Verhaeghe to not be on that ice with them. He can do it, but there's no value to it. So Evan Rodriguez actually killed the play early after the switch, and we almost got a chance. And then sometimes it's for Evan too. So both of those guys flip. It was more their match to ours. That's all.
Front left.
Hey, Paul, 2 quick ones. It seemed like you and Rod had an animated discussion at the end of the game. Was that just about the handshake line?
Yeah, that's all it was.
Okay.
And it's a personal belief, and I really appreciate what he did. because I understand the risk, that there's a bit of a risk. So the story goes like this. I don't believe that the coaches should shake players' hands at the end. There's this long list of people in suits and tracksuits. I mean, we had like 400 people on the ice. They're all really important to our group, but not one of them was in the game. There's something for me visually with the camera on of just the men who played, who blocked shots, who fought for each other. It's the end of one season. It's excitement for the other. The last thing that a player on the Carolina Hurricanes deserves is 50 more guys in suits they have. They have no idea who they are, and that's not a negative. There should be something really kind of beautiful about just the camera on those men who played shaking hands, and we should respect that. So we talked to Craig Berube on the ice in Toronto, and I figured if I could sell it in Toronto, and he understood it because he's played, and Roddy's played, so they both kind of get it. I don't know where it changed. When I first got in the league, you would never go shake the players' hands. Some coach wanted to get on camera. It's the only thing I can figure out, right? And it was I don't know, maybe you want to shake Wayne Gretzky's hand or something. I don't know when it changed, but I don't think it's right. I think there's a really nice, kind of beautiful part of our game when just the players shake hands at the end. When you think of all the wars, that's not the right word, all the great competitions on the ice, I mean, hard, going after each other, and yet they shake hands like that. That's special. I mean, they're not sending Christmas cards to each other. This was nasty out there. Something very special to it. So I appreciate the risk that he took because he's concerned that somebody here is going to be upset that he didn't shake our players' hands. I asked him not to, and he said, and he understood it. So that's what happened.
And then the penalty kill was great all night, but especially, obviously, 3 minutes left in
we like
the
to
game.
take a bunch of penalties in the third. Yeah.
Just your thoughts on the kill in the third.
It's been a core strength of our team for the last 3 years. If you would look at it, if you would say if there's a piece, Sergei Bobrovsky is the key piece to all of that, and then our penalty kill has been probably the deciding piece in us going back to our third final, because you have a Selke Award winner taking most of those faceoffs. We have people that are built to kill penalties. It's what happened to us the last 2 years, even going back to 2 summers ago, but also at the trade deadline. Our entire focus was bringing in penalty killers, because when they come in here, they do a great job, and then they go off and get paid a bunch of money, as they should. But Seth Jones can kill penalties. Brad Marchand was part of an elite penalty killing unit. Nico Sturm was a killer. We brought Nozick in this year to kill penalties. So it's a big part of what we do.
Back right.
Hey, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Even as you saw the pizzas get served up, did you have any doubt in your mind that the Panthers hockey style would start to show itself in this game?
You 2-0, you don't know you're winning the game, but it's what's special about every franchise has their thing. So in Carolina, and you go back to our experience, it's not the coach's experience, the players' experience 2 years ago. We would come in here and they would dominate us for 10 or 15 minutes, and the shot clock would be 16-2. And if you could keep it within 2, you had a chance. It's just no team, no humans can dominate another team for 60 minutes like that. Like you never see the shots. I'm trying to do the math here. If I said 16, so 54-8, you don't see that. But they push in here, and I mean, it's a fairly we think we got pretty good control of that game, and they make it 3-3, and it's on, right? They light it right up. So we would understand that we're down 2, there's 40 minutes of hockey, we can score some goals, we're okay in this game, as long as we show some composure with what we do, and you're going to get a chance. It's got to go. You can't wait till the third, but if we could not get it to 3-0, that was our sole focus after 2. Don't let it get to 3, and let's chip away.
Left side, second row.
Well, you're down 2, and you're down a forward going into the second period as well. Do you have an update on Lusterinen at all?
He should be fine.
You don't know when you're playing.
I'm not a doctor. I know we're not playing tomorrow or the next day. Yeah. We don't think this is serious. We think he'll be right and ready.
Front right.
Paul, Barkov's move there on the winning goal, where does that rank on
plays you've seen him make?
Well, tonight it ranks number one. Taking that. So there's the beauty of Sasha Barkov. He has that ability, but he doesn't try that all the time, right? He's not forcing that part of the game. So he's not, hey, I'm going to try these moves and do this, and if it goes bad, oh well. It's not picking your spots. He can sense when it's the right time to try something, right? So for you guys, the overtime goal against St. Louis in the regular season, if you get a chance to watch that one, watch that one. And what's important about it is that he's been on the ice forever. He's not an ice hog. He's not floating. He's working. He's got to get off the ice, and then something happened, and he just dominated two players into an incredible play, and it's in the back of our net. So that, if you're a YouTuber, there's some background there.
Two more left side.
Paul, the last couple of years, you personally have had to hear how many games you coach without winning a cup, and now you, Toe Blake.
So that's at home.
Yeah. But you, Toe Blake, Scotty Bowman, and Tommy Ivan are the only coaches in NHL history to take his team to 3 cup finals in 3 years as coach. I mean, what does that mean for you, for all you've been through in your 30-plus years here, to now do this personally?
Nobody cares. I'll tell you a story that's impacted me. Roberto Luongo is getting inducted into the Vancouver Canucks Hall of Fame, the Ring of Honor. It's a brilliant celebration. It's not short. So at some part, I look up and Pat Quinn is on that. And I'm looking at Pat Quinn's picture, and I'm thinking about, I'm coaching the Carolina Hurricanes in 2002, and it's the conference final. And we ended up winning. It's the first one that we get into. And I'm nervous before the game because we'd lost 2 games before, and it doesn't matter doesn't matter if you've won or lost or how long your career's been. If you lose a couple, you're edgy, right? I look up and I'm thinking, Pat Quinn doesn't care. He doesn't care right now whether we win or lose this game. And that has never left me. So I try to have nobody cares. I got a really good bunch of men in that room, and I've had more fun in the last 3. I've learned more about life and hockey in the last 3 years from these players than I could ever possibly imagined. It has been life-altering working with these men. And I'm specific with my words. There's no hyperbole to them. It has absolutely been life-altering coming to the rink working with these men.
Last question, front left.
Coach, sticking with that, Matthew was talking about how the guys in the room that have been here obviously are hungry, but all the new guys coming in this year, the new blood, kind of reinforced that hunger. He said it was vital to this team's success. Just what did you notice about how those guys help the guys that have been here kind of just not rediscover their hunger, but amplify their hunger?
Yeah. Trying to find the right word, and when you say that, I'm thinking kind of like a graph. When you're trying to join 2 plants or something, it takes a while to take hold, which makes no sense. But that's what was in my head. So between our first and second year, the players came in, and they had the advantage of coming in saying, I want to help you guys get to the next level. So they get in the room, bring in the new guys, it's exciting. And then this year, these poor fellows that we brought in, either at start, I don't want to screw this up, right? It's true. I mean, how do I walk into the room and fit in the room? But it's a give and take. So the give is Barkov's our captain, and when you walk into that room, you feel like you've been there for 10 years. That's a direct quote from, I do this kind of culture survey between seasons of what do you love the most, and the direct quote is these guys walk in the room and they feel like they've been here from 10 years from one of the players. So it's real. And then Maurice's all fired up, right? But so is AJ Greer and those guys that come in. Once the graph's set, now they're part of it, and they are bringing the energy. So Sam Reinhart doesn't have to chirp a lot on the bench, right? But Thomas Nozick was a really good player for us tonight out of the 4-hole, and this is a guy that couldn't get in the lineup a month and a half ago. So the graph is set.
Thank you for your time,
Okay.
Coach.